thing. So, Glass hits theaters. It is the culmination of M. Night Shyamalan and his trilogy. Hassan, did you make it out of bed this week? Because you've not been doing well at all.
I think I'm sitting here. Is this a fever dream?
This is really no. I am here, right? You can't see me.
I can see you. Yeah.
Okay.
All
So
right.
then, yeah, we're doing all right then.
Did you make it to see Glass?
No.
Yeah, I know.
No,
I know.
I've been not well.
So am I the only one out of the four of us that has seen it?
Yes.
All right.
Correct.
I've heard things though. I've heard like incredible things that are incredibly in the opposite direction of where you'd want them to go.
Yes.
I've heard a lot.
I have
about
heard
that.
mixed reviews. Now, here's the funny part about it, right? I also saw Glass in the theater.
Oh,
However, halfway through, actually no, it's like 3/4 of the way through, the fire alarm went off. I ended up getting herded
you
out.
Pulled it. You pulled it.
I
so
did
you could
not.
get out of there.
I did not. It was
No, you
finally getting really, really good. And at that point, my dad goes to the
wife-
theaters with
your
me.
wife
This
pulled it.
is our dad.
Your wife
my wife
pulled
pulled it. Yes,
She
that's
wants
probably.
you.
I have two
I like
kids
it-
at home. I
I
have a
like it.
3-year-old.
Like you pull the fire alarm and get a refund. You can get a refund.
Yeah,
for the
no,
fire alarm
absolutely.
also.
And
Yeah.
and
So the movie's bad. You
Yeah.
pull a fire alarm. You
It's
get a
very
refund.
clever.
yeah,
Very clever.
no, but it was. I didn't even get to.
Sire, indeed.
That's our secret. We don't pay for movies.
Yeah, we don't. We don't at all.
But find out how it ends through legal means.
Yes.
So out of the four of us, I'm the only one that saw it, and I had to see it in pieces.
So then we'll ask you the questions.
Well, you can ask me the questions, or what we can do is talk very briefly about it, real
Okay.
quick, and talk about the universe as a whole.
Sure.
And then Hassan, you and I can do a special stream Glass review on Friday when you're hopefully well. Does that sound good?
Yeah, I don't know if I'll have seen it by then.
Well,
but we could try that.
No. That's look. Just go pay for it. I'll pull the fire alarm. You'll be all
But
good.
I'll be in the same
or you
boat.
could
I will
just-
have missed the end.
Borrow the however you saw it.
Yeah.
You could borrow that.
Oh yeah, send
Like,
me.
there's a copy.
Send
for
me.
There
you.
you- there you
Send
go.
me the legal.
We are
copy.
going so out of our way to not pay like $12, and the movie industry is
It's
wondering
not-
why they're failing.
It's not the money. It's the pilgrimage to the movie theater that
No, but
I'm
you
worried
should
about.
do the right thing. Watch it and then just go give $12 to the movie theater at some point, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
we could
that
do that. I
seems-
could do that.
Oh yeah,
That seems
oh yeah,
I
yeah.
could
No,
do that
we're
randomly.
totally.
Or mail $12.
We're totally gonna do that.
Yeah.
Mail the
We're
$12
absolutely.
We're gonna do that right after the show. We're gonna go to the theater.
yeah.
We're just gonna hand
yeah,
over.
Absolutely.
All right,
yeah.
excellent.
Well, actually, $24 now.
Yeah.
Just
Well, I
mail a
wasn't there.
check
I
to
didn't get
M.
a chance
Night.
to see
That
it.
wasn't part of the deal, Blackheart. No, it was so. Here's what I can tell you, because I don't want to spoil it for people either. It's the opening
Spoil it.
weekend, whatever.
What happened at the end?
There are three
end?
major things that happen at the end. Okay, that will piss people off.
Credits.
The one thing that you always have to factor in is the M. Night universe. There's a twist, but he doesn't just have a twist. He has like 2 or 3 different twists. One, Sarah Paulson is not what you think she is. I'm not going to go further than that.
Oh well, that's already too much.
It's not actually, because you know what? Quite frankly, you're going to be watching it, and
I
then
didn't
halfway
even know
through,
she was in it.
that's my crack. That's my crack co-host.
Hey,
well, it's supposed to be crack
I've seen
staff.
a ton of other movies.
Not that
We're
you
just
do
not
crack.
talking about them tonight.
That's very true.
Stop talking about my crack habit.
Samuel L. Jackson is both the worst and best part of the movie. Okay, and the last thing is that the grounded reality take that you've come to expect is in full effect, and it leads you all the way to the very end.
Okay.
At no point does it veer from that.
What does grounded reality mean? What do you mean
So
by that?
we were talking, backstage, and just a more realistic superhero movie as opposed to the animatronic.
Dark
And
Knight-ish.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's even more Dark Knight. I mean, it's even more because there's really. I mean, he wears an overcoat, right? That's the extent of a costume.
Oh, you mean that? Okay, so
Yeah.
he never wears a costume.
Yeah.
No kryptonite.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. There's kryptonite if you watched Unbreakable, which we're not spoiling
Yes,
20 years
yes.
after the fact. I
Yeah.
think at this point.
Yeah.
But
But there's no spaceships. There's no alien invasion.
No, there's not.
What
but there.
what is
That's a
the
shame.
actual official time limit on spoilers? Like, is that like a
2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Yeah, it's
I was
about
gonna
2
say
weeks.
a couple of years. Jeez.
A year? No, on the internet for the no.
As long as you do a whole big like
It's-
no spoilers,
Yeah.
then you're fine.
It's been
Okay.
out for 2
Um,
weeks. We
So
can
20 years is
Well, so here's the funny thing, though.
By
There is
20 years, you could definitely,
So as you guys know, Sopranos is celebrating its 20th year anniversary. So right now, they are doing a big promo tour for this and a big press tour. So now, I was just having this conversation that the spoiler, moratorium kicks back in again. Because now you have a whole generation of people that probably never saw The Sopranos. They were probably 10 years old playing, PlayStation 1.
Did you hear about Gandolfini's son?
Yeah, and he's going to be in the sequel for Sopranos. So
prequel.
The prequel, right.
He actually looks like him.
Well, because he's his son.
Well, I know, but sometimes the kids don't.
Actually,
look
it's ironic because my kid doesn't look anything like me.
That's what I'm saying.
Both kids.
Because you're not the
make
father.
Kids for.
That's the problem.
I make kids for my wife. That's essentially. Oh, I hope not. I hope my daughter doesn't. I hope she's a spitting image of my wife. So let's hope that.
Let's keep it that way, right?
And quite frankly, I mean, my son would like this. I mean, I don't see why not. But
why not?
No. But yeah, the spoiler moratorium is back.
Okay.
Is back on
for Sopranos.
For Sopranos because it's
so we got to wait 20 years before we can talk about this. So 40 years in, we can actually finally talk about the Sopranos.
The Godfather. You can spoil the shit out of that. Bing.
It's been like 87 years.
You can Sonny gets shot up in a toll booth. Sorry.
Unless
Godfather
you watch The Sopranos, in which case it's spoiled for you before, because that's all they talk about in The Sopranos is The Godfather.
Yeah. So all right. So anybody who came here looking for a glass review, I'm gonna give my co-host who was on his deathbed, so he has an excuse. I'm gonna give him another chance. Friday night, we will stream live. We will stream live on YouTube, and we will do a full glass review. Plus, our guests hadn't seen it yet either, so we can kind of do that. All right, very exciting though. Black Panther, nominated for Best Picture, breaking the cultural and pop cultural barriers. Right? I mean, this is the first ever. You guys all saw that, right? And there's no moratorium on spoilers on this one.
I haven't seen it, but I was very busy making a show last year, so I managed to miss a whole bunch of stuff.
What are you doing?
Spoil away.
Shows on Netflix that debut to 140 million viewers. I mean,
spoil it for you. The good guys win.
Sorry
about
I don't
that.
have to watch Black Panther.
Yeah, now you can skip it. You can totally skip it.
Thanks for ruining it.
I'm sorry.
Big Oscar nomination, gets the Best Picture. Into the Spider-Verse also, is the little guy that could. And,
what's it nominated for?
It is Best Animated.
Wow.
And not only is it nominated for Best Animated, but Variety was writing an article about how they are basically like a shoo-in to win. Huh. The guy actually slept.
Hardly any other animated.
The guy slept through the nomination. The creator, the creator. It's fantastic. Oh yeah, feel free to talk.
I saw Isle of Dogs, but I want to see Spider-Verse.
Spider-Verse is amazing.
I love the Isle of Dogs.
Really amazing.
Was Isle of Dogs nominated?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's ironic. See, Jerry's on top of this though. That's its competition right now.
I was gonna be like, you wasted your money then.
Isle of Dogs was really good.
I bet it was.
It was really good.
I bet it was. I have a problem with animated movies. Like I have a hard time. Depending on the animation, I have a very hard time going to see them in the theaters.
I would say that Isle of Dogs is an animated movie for people that don't like animated movies. Anyone back me up? Yeah.
It's a Wes Anderson movie more than it is.
Yeah, but it's claymation, right? Is it?
Yeah.
So it's technically not animated. It's a claymation movie.
The actors are such a part of it, though. The performances.
Yeah.
It's almost like you're listening to a radio play with really cool visuals.
Yeah.
It's not. It does not.
But it's very quirky, right?
Yeah,
it's very
quirky.
It's niche. It's a very niche thing.
Yeah.
Isn't that niche?
No, it's niche.
Niche?
Yes.
Is that a niche on the wall or a niche?
No.
Is
it's a nick.
I thought it was a nick.
Get your vocab right.
It's actually a photo.
Here's the question, right?
I deal with this all the time.
I think we all know
Me too.
Black Panther. While I guess it's just an honor to be nominated, is a comic book movie ever going to win Best Picture?
Probably not.
Do we ever foresee it? Especially a Marvel movie. Do we ever see that as kind of happening?
It's going to be Roma.
I mean, yeah, I think it is going to be Roma too. Actually,
and I can tell you how I know that.
Because
they've already spent $20 million campaigning for that movie. To win. So it will not be a surprise to me on Academy Awards night if Roma walks away with it.
Yeah,
and then they'll call it an upset.
Well, the Academy tried to incorporate the popular film category, to try to give a nod to people. I guess basically to help its sagging ratings. Right?
Are you amongst those who feel that it should have been Infinity War instead of Black Panther nominated?
No.
You're not?
No. I actually think it should have been Dark Knight years ago.
Dark Knight?
The Dark Knight as
Logan.
a film.
Okay.
Logan came after Dark Knight.
Doesn't
Hassan
matter.
hates Dark Knight.
Dark Knight is a terrible film.
Yes, he thinks the Dark Knight, while Heath Ledger's performance is excellent.
I said it.
Yeah, Chris, our fill-in engineer tonight.
I think it's an excellent movie. I think it's a horrible Batman movie.
That's my point, though. It's an excellent movie.
It's an excellent movie, but it's a terrible Batman movie. So it
could still be.
It missed its point.
Okay.
It missed the point.
But the Oscars are really about, is it a good movie or not?
The Oscars are about how much money you're going to spend in order to convince the Academy.
Totally fair. That's totally fair.
So, like, if I throw, like, a 20, like, how
they'll be like, yeah, okay, thanks.
Can I put 25? I don't even want to put 24 to pay for movie tickets
over a little more. 20, at least 26.
Watching free movies. So I don't think you have to worry about your
I just watched like a video piece, like a small expose on the Academy Award process and movie campaigning and whisper campaigns in order to get their movies. And I see now that the process is so insanely has nothing to do with popularity.
But you bring up a really good point then. So Black Panther could win because they've got Disney behind it now. I mean, Disney could literally put in like a $400 million Oscars campaign.
Without boring you to tears, the way they go about actually choosing is so randomly crazy that according to the expose, about 98% of the people who vote don't even know how the percentages work out. Okay?
Wow.
And it has nothing to do with, I really like this movie, I'm going to vote for it.
Yeah.
If you vote for your movie and your movie comes in under 50%, your vote goes to the next highest movie. So some of the movies that win, most of the people might not have even voted for it. So it's crazy. It's insane. I hope that doesn't bring the segment down.
Sounds
that's
similar to electing the president of the United States.
Are you saying it's rigged? What?
Without getting political, yes. Everything is fixed.
If you're watching
this
us
show
on
is
Facebook,
fixed because one of our main donors is his wife. So I mean,
it's not fixed at all.
It's
all right. If you're watching us on Facebook, if you're watching us on YouTube, which of course you are, you've noticed there's 2 extra cameras in the room. Who are these individuals? What is the awesome show that they created on Netflix called Brainchild? When we come back.
Hi, everyone. My name is Michael Dolce, creator of the Sire from Mike Books. The Sire is about a superhero forced by his own costume to fight evil. It's like having a spider sense, but instead of warning him, it actually puts him in danger. It was first launched back in 2006 through After Hours Press, and was met with tremendous success. 6 issues and a trade paperback later, I felt that the Sire's journey had reached a good stopping point. But a funny thing happened. As I continued working in comics, writing for Zenescope, and co-creating Descendant for Image Comics, fans would meet me at conventions and continually ask when the next issue was coming out. Apparently, Sire was far from done.
And that's why I'm proud to welcome you to this Kickstarter, celebrating the Volume 2 trade paperback for the Sire. Collecting issues 7 through 10 and featuring an amazing cover by Jim Calafiore of Aquaman fame.
Chipotle?
Did I mispronounce that?
Chicote from Star Trek.
Chipotle?
It's Chipotle. You eat the food
I don't
every
speak
week.
Spanish.
Yes. I'm sorry.
You ate a whole wheel of cheese and you pooped in the fridge?
That was too diverse, right? That was
Secrets of the Sire.
Welcome back to Secrets of the Sire.
That's not cool.
Look, that means you're hitting
I
the
say
stride
funny
now.
things every day.
Chris is having some technical problems. I love it. I love it. That's the name of our
real
show.
Nice, though.
We have technical problems every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, talkradio.nyc, and streaming live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. I knew I forgot one. I knew it was Twitter there. All right. In studio with us right now, it's not Adam Davis. Don't look at the graphic below. If you're listening to the podcast, it's really great. It's Jason Williams.
Jason Williams.
And Jerry Kolber. Now, Jerry, you are one of the you're the co-creator of the show with Adam, correct?
Yes, that's
okay.
correct. Yeah.
All right. So so Brainchild, which fantastic, by the way.
Thanks,
they
man.
picked the episode that they knew I was going to zero in on, which would be episode 3, the superhero one. However, episode 1 right off the bat, to be honest with you, one of the most important episodes I think anyone can have, which is the social media one.
Yeah.
We talk all the time about how social media, just in the context of especially pop culture, for lack of a better term,
Pop
and
culture.
how toxic
Well
it can be, and how the Twitterverse can be so
terrible.
so jaded. So to actually teach kids about social media at a young age, I mean, I have 2 really really young kids, so I got a little bit of time, but I mean, I'm going to be teaching them the same thing, that like what you see is not
Teach
what
them
you
not to do it.
well.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, well, I mean, but that's the balance, right? It's like you're either not connected at all, or you're like so involved.
You're locked in.
Yeah.
You're actually locked into it.
So take us through the creation of the show first, and then talk to us about your favorite episodes, something that you really really enjoy.
Favorite episode? That's tough. So the creation of the show came about because we Adam and I had created a show called Brain Games for National Geographic. Brain Games?
Yes.
Okay.
That was Hassan dying.
Wow.
Like he's literally dead.
Is
That's
he
it.
okay?
Yeah.
So we created the show Brain Games that ran on became National Geographic's biggest hit show they've had, and ran for 5 or 6 seasons
100
over there.
years.
150 years. It was on forever.
It was awesome.
And
Thank you for that, by the way.
You're welcome. Thank you for watching. And in the course of making Brain Games, we thought, wouldn't it be great to do a show like this that's for kids, that's going to teach them not just about the brain, but about science in general, about how to be basically better global citizens.
Yeah.
And when we wrapped up Brain Games, we actually were introduced to Pharrell Williams, who's also repped by our agents at WME. And he was also interested in doing something educational for kids because he just had the hit Happy.
Sure.
He had kids, and he was just focused on how can I use my presence in the world to do something educational and better. So we all joined forces and created this show, Brainchild, and that was basically the genesis of it. And we on the first season, we talk about everything from hard science topics like germs and the ocean to softer topics or behavioral topics like social media.
Yeah.
So that's how the show came about, and then we put together this incredible team of people like Jason and a whole bunch of other folks who came and worked with us and made this awesome science show.
Jason, what's your role besides impostoring Adam Davis?
Nobody can imposter Adam Davis.
I made that a verb, by the way. Go ahead.
Sounds like a movie, impostering Adam Davis. I would see that actually.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah,
I would not pay $12 to see that. Easy.
I didn't say I'd pay $12.
No, you
wouldn't.
I'd borrow it from your assistant or whatever.
we would pass the ticket
I'd pull the
stub.
fire alarm.
Pull the
halfway
fire
through.
plug.
Yeah. Pass the ticket stub.
I was a writer-producer on Brain Games, and then I worked on that for 4 seasons. So the last 4 seasons you guys did, was it 4 or 5?
Yeah, 5 seasons, I think. Yeah.
And then when they
Oh, it's not working.
There we go.
Now is it working?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
There we
See,
go.
I was
Jason
just getting picked
Williams
up on
the
Business
mic.
here.
I was just getting picked up on Jerry's mic. So I worked on
Everyone can
Brain
hear his
Games,
buttery
and
voice
then
now.
was very happy when they told me about Brainchild. I came on from the beginning. I wrote a few scripts, social media and superheroes included.
Well, look at that now.
Those
I had no idea.
Those were 2 of my favorites, and then Beat the Parents as well, and then helped sort of post-produce what they call post-producing the shows after they shot them. And the thing is that the team that they put together, it's very collaborative. So we're all kind of like pitching in ideas and talking to each other all the time. So it does really feel like, I don't know, it's like 6 or 7 people are helping make each show before you even go film it. And then they go out and film it. They've got an amazing production crew. Sahan is an amazing host. They've got Ali Ward, all these people on
I was going to ask about the host. How did she come into the picture?
Yeah,
She
tell
is
'em
fantastic.
how they
Yeah,
got her.
Sahana Srinivasan is our host.
I can't believe you can pronounce it. See, that's what. See how I maneuvered this so you would pronounce the name
Thank
and
you.
I wouldn't butcher it.
The whole thing was a ploy.
He has trouble
She's-
with Matt Smith, so I mean,
Yeah. Matt Smythe? What?
Right,
What?
exactly. So we made a decision early on that we felt like there was enough science shows for kids and adults that featured white guys hosting, and so we just made a decision.
I'm out of the running.
Yeah, sorry, man.
Sorry,
no
no job
chance.
for you.
No chance. And we just made a decision that we wanted to represent something else to the world and something that felt more inclusive of what the world population looks like. So everything from the way we cast all the extras on the show to the host herself, Sahana, that was the filter that we looked at it through. And we found her through a casting call. She actually was a student at University of Texas at Austin. Wow. Flew in. She actually, the first video she sent us, she filmed with her iPhone in her dorm room. Yeah. And we and Pharrell and Pharrell's creative partner, Mimi Valdez, who produced with us, and Netflix were all captivated by her video. Yeah. And then we flew her into New York, and she beat out like dozens of really experienced folks who auditioned. Wow. But she's a stand-up comedian.
She's really good.
And she's very quick on her feet. She's very smart, and she loves the material. And so she was just like she was perfect. I mean, we were so happy. And kids who are watching the show really relate to her kind of because, it's for like 8 to 12-year-olds. Yeah. So they relate to her as kind of the cool older sister who's not like annoying and teaching you. But she's like, cool, check this out. Check out this cool thing and check this out. So that was the whole idea.
I thought actually the casting was very strong in a lot of the episodes, especially in the school episodes too. I mean, just even just the extras, as fans of the show know, we talk about diversity and the issue of diversity sometimes, both good and bad, right? And in this case, I felt like it was just everything was just very natural. Like there was never anything about it that called to me and say, they're doing this diversity thing. You can tell here it felt very organic, felt very natural, which is what we always, what we strive, or at least what I strive for. Yeah. He's just I don't know. His point is what his point is.
I'm not gonna make my point.
There you go.
I think that's off topic.
Oh, I know it is. No, but I thought it was fantastic though. I really did. I thought overall, in general, like if I'm growing up and I'm a 6, 7, 8-year-old kid, I'm going to be I'm not, but actually I guess in my brain I am. I'm going to be engrossed. How do you guys make it so as adults, sometimes it's hard to put yourself back in that shoe. So as a writer, how do you do that? How do you get yourself into that shoe so it's not pandering to a 6-year-old?
Well, I think,
but it's educational, engaging.
Adam and I both have daughters who are about the same age. My daughter's 13. Is she 14 now?
I think she is 14.
She's 14, and so I always write for my daughter Imogen, who I think is listening at home. So I always write for her, which is probably maybe a little older than the target audience, which I think is good. So I write if this makes sense to her, then I feel like we're doing okay. You're not talking down to kids, but you need to still make it make sense. And also, I'm not very smart, like when it comes to science stuff. So I literally need to read complex things and make them make sense to myself. So I was like, if I understand this, then we're okay. So that was also that's my other sort of litmus test. Do I get it?
Has your daughter ever like panned a whole bunch of stuff? Like, have you tried it out on her and then she's like, no,
yeah. She
Dad,
used to be, when I worked on Brain Games, she was younger. She was 7, 8, 9, 10, and she loved everything. Oh, it's so great. Oh my God, it's so amazing. And now I show her stuff and I'll show her clips. And she's like, that one's kind of cheesy. I wouldn't make that joke. I would cut that one and this and that. She's so opinionated now. So now I just don't show her anything until it's finished. This is it. Take it or leave it. We work really hard on it.
Kids have a way of seeing the world. It's just very like cut and dry fashion.
Yeah. Good or bad. Funny, not funny.
Yeah.
Like, it's not.
Binary.
It's like, no, this stinks. No, I don't like that. This is boring.
And they'll tell you.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No problem.
They will not hesitate. They will not hesitate.
This isn't your best work.
Daddy, you can do better.
Just tonight, she criticized my wife. She played like an audition. She was singing. And I was like, "Oh my God, it's amazing!" And Imogen's like, "I think you're a little flat at the beginning, but it got better." We're like, "What are you talking about?"
I have a friend of mine. She's a script polisher out in L.A. and her 5-year-old was casting their neighbors in a new film that he wanted to produce, and he's like, "No, I want to be the producer." And then he goes, "No, I want to be the executive producer." No, I want, and he was going through this whole thing, and you're like, where did they even come up with this? Yeah. Like, how do they even know this?
He'll
stuff?
own Disney.
Yeah, exactly.
So you escaped the question before. What are your favorite episodes out of this so far?
Oh, right. That's tough. Well, I love the social media episode because I think we did a really nice job. The team did a great job of teaching kids about social media without actually teaching.
Yeah.
It's a conversation that's hard to have. So the way we did it by setting it in a school and with kids their age and like coming up with kind of experiments that were kind of about social media, but were about something else, I thought really worked well. And we've seen that we've heard that feedback from a lot of kids and parents that they really liked it. I love the space episode. I think that's a really fun.
Yeah.
It's just fun. It takes you on a journey all the way to the end of the galaxy.
Sure.
I think the special effects we did in that one are really funny.
Yeah.
And a lot of fun. And I love that we were able to get NASA to let us talk to astronauts on the ISS.
Yeah.
In the middle of the episode, which was kind of cool. You know, we had like when we did that connection, they're like, Atomic, this is Space Command. Houston, are you ready to receive transmission from International Space Station?
For the folks out there, Atomic is your production company. So
Yes,
I mean, you figure you got the in right there, right? I mean, we're from Atomic Entertainment. Whoa, let him in, let him through, let him go.
If only it were that easy. But sure, no, that's exactly how it happens. Yeah.
Well, everyone keeps thinking we're Secrets of Desire, so you know, go figure. It's all in a name sometimes. It's all in a name.
It does, I guess, when you say it out loud. Secrets of Desire.
Of Desire, yeah.
That's
Someone actually said that to me. And he said, "It's like Secrets of Desire. What is it? A romance podcast?" And it's like,
yeah, it is.
yes, yes, it is. The giant caricature of Nate McAllister,
Maybe
interdimensional police officer.
It's just a very it's cool. It's not romantic, but it's cool.
No, well,
Yeah.
romance is not in the cards tonight. All right, we thought this would be a fun thing to do. We actually did this for our.
Doesn't mean it will be, but we thought it would be.
A lot of things I think
We're
don't
gonna need
come
to
true.
dim these lights. I don't know. So.
We did this for our 150th episode spectacular. We played a little Celebrity Jeopardy, but we were going to do Oscar Celebrity Jeopardy because it was the Oscars.
Mm-hmm.
But then I thought, well, what a waste of time. Let's do Brainchild Netflix Celebrity Jeopardy, and it's keyed around the superhero episode when we come back.
Sweet.
You're listening to the Talking Alternative Network.
Do you love or are you intrigued about New York City and its neighborhoods? I'm Jeff Goodman, host of Rediscovering New York, a weekly show that showcases New York's history and its extraordinary neighborhoods. Every Tuesday live at 7 p.m., we focus on a particular neighborhood and explore its history, its vibe, its feel, and its energy. Tune in live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. on talkradio.nyc.
Do you like comic books and movies? How about TV and pop culture? Then you've come to the right place. Hi, I'm Michael Dolce, host of Secrets of the Sire. Joined every week by my co-host Hassan, Lord of the Radio Godwin. Together, we have over 15 years' experience creating graphic novels, screenplays, and more. Join us as we bring you the inside scoop on the pop culture universe you love to talk about. Wednesday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern, talkradio.nyc.
Talking Alternative Radio, 24 hours a day.
Do you know how long it's...
That's not cool.
Look, that means you're hitting
I
your
say
stride
funny
now.
things every day, and
Look, who said 60 is a dead age? You're doing your best work in your
we're
60s.
apparently we're done talking.
My best work, right there.
I swear to God.
This is where, as a show host, you know to go to commercial at this point.
Secrets of the Sire.
Welcome back. Secrets of the Sire. We talk comics, movies, TV, and pop culture every Wednesday. Every Wednesday.
Now, when you said it just then, it actually did sound like Secrets of Desire.
Yeah, I know.
I have
I know.
to say, like,
I
I
know.
don't know if that's because we were just doing that before the break.
No.
Once your brain hears it, you learn that on
Oh,
Brainchild.
man.
It's
You're
like Sharks of the
gaming me.
Past.
I'm smelling a future episode here. Brainchild. We've got
perfect for kids.
Well, no, the mind plays tricks on you. See, there you go. There you go. We've got the creator of Brainchild, Mr. Jerry Kolber. We've got one of the writer and producers, Mr. Jason Williams, as well in studio. And we are going to play a little bit of Celebrity Jeopardy because you guys are celebrities. It's the way it goes.
Wow.
And Hassan, he's a celebrity in his own mind.
The sick celebrity.
Yeah.
The sick non-celebrity.
So I thought it'd be kind of cool to zero in on the superhero episode, being that is our main theme here on the show. So the three categories tonight are based off the fake superheroes you had in that, which, by the way, very nice. So the three categories are Special Man, Fantastic Female, and Dingbat. And I'm going to show you my screen. And
Waterboy doesn't get a shout out.
What's that? No, because then I'd have to do 4 categories,
Right,
and then
right,
that's just a lot.
Waterboy is the weakest of the 4.
That's a lot. So if you see my screen,
oh yeah, look at that.
You
All
guys, we're gonna do this instead of. There's no buzzer here because that's just like out of our budget. But so instead, we're gonna take some turns.
Okay.
And we're gonna put the 3 of you again. So Hassan has no idea what the questions are.
Okay.
And we're gonna have a good time. So
all right,
Jerry, start us off.
I'll take Special Man for 200.
Everyone always goes hard. No one ever goes easy. I don't know why.
Well, I want to see. I want to get a feel for this.
Oh boy! So. All right. So here we go. Special Man for 200. This actress auditioned for the role of Lois Lane in Superman Returns before finally landing the part in Man of Steel.
Ooh. I want to say Margot Kidder.
No.
That's
Steel
totally
is much
wrong.
more recent.
That's going way back.
Mm-hmm.
Do we just shout it out?
You know it?
Are we supposed to shout it
He
out?
will
Is there like
steal.
a buzzer? Can
he
I
will
like
steal. We can do the steal if we want to.
Do you know it?
I don't know it.
Go ahead, steal,
Is it
Hassan.
Amy Adams?
That's right.
Yeah.
Amy Adams, right.
Yes, she actually had auditioned for Superman Returns. Didn't get the part.
Really? Okay.
To the
She'd
woman.
been dying to get it. So
Wow.
she goes.
Did not know that.
All right.
Then she was in the movie and she was dying after. She was
Yeah, then she was dying when she's like, wait a minute, this movie's not very good.
Should
All
not
right.
have taken this part.
Jason?
I'm gonna go Dingbat 100.
All right, see, nice and easy. That's what I
man.
like. See, everyone always goes for the hard ones, and I
wanna
never
try
understood
easy.
that. I was like,
I embarrassed
gonna be a gun?
myself,
Be a shotgun.
and you're going easy.
the future California governor gave up. This future California governor gave us priceless lines like "Ice to see you" in 1997's universally panned Batman and Robin.
It's Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I liked Batman. and Robin.
That is
because I
I
saw it
can't
when I was
believe how
what,
easy that is.
1997. Yeah, I was still.
So
I was
you
in
like that-
college.
you
That's no
like the movie?
excuse.
I thought that movie was really not good.
I think I hadn't learned that you couldn't like a
very,
movie.
very
I
not
think
good.
I.
Do you know what? Do you know what's really funny though about that movie? That has become it's become the snakes in a plane of the pop culture universe that people love watching it
hate.
now.
Right.
To hate it. Like
Right,
they actually
right.
have viewing parties
because of
around
those
it
horrible
because
lines
of how
like
bad
that.
it is.
Yeah,
I used to see. See, the 2 things we learned last time. Everyone, for some reason, always goes for the harder questions first.
chill.
Never understood
Everybody
that.
chill. Sounds like Andre the Giant.
Chill out, bird boy.
And my definition of easy versus what I thought was my definition of easy. So I made it very easy.
I mean, that was
100 ones.
really. That was like
So you
10
should've picked-
times easier than the $200 question.
Yeah, I
agree.
think
have
so.
to say.
I agree.
I agree.
Right.
All right, Hassan.
What are the categories? Because I can't see from there.
Okay, so the categories are Special Man. So again, the whole premise of the episode of Brainchild was that they had these very legally safe
Knockoffs.
knockoff superheroes. So we got
Okay.
Special Man, Fantastic Female, Dingbat,
Dingbat.
which
Well,
which
that's
was
a
the
little
only one
risque.
was a little was that was a
That's a
little
little
tougher. That was a little
risque.
tougher one. Yeah. I would have gone with like the Tick version of Batman.
I'll take
instead.
Fantastic Female.
All right, for well, you want to go 100, 200, or 300?
300.
Oh, see, I like you.
Let's
All
do
right,
it,
he's
let's
going.
do
He's
it.
going right in there. All right, I like that. All right, Fantastic Female for 300. If I can get it to show up on my screen,
This is going to be so hard. This is going to be like an impossible question.
This method actors. Oh no, that's not the right one. Hang on.
Oh,
Hang
I
on.
knew that one.
Hang
I
on.
know
Yeah,
that
you knew that one.
I have no idea what you're going to say.
You wanted Fantastic Female, not
I thought so.
not Dingbat. So hang on one
No, I am a dingbat. You get that confused a lot.
second. Okay, here we go. This Orville actress shot an unaired pilot for NBC for Wonder Woman, written by David
Adrian
E.
Palicki.
Kelly. That's correct. Look at that guy.
Wow.
What was the actress's
Yeah.
name?
Adrian Palicki.
Oh, wow.
Recently engaged. And Eric Palicki, who's a comic book writer,
Mm-hmm.
congratulations to him as well. He's getting a brother-in-law. They actually...
Is he getting engaged to who?
I think
The
it's the
redheaded
other
guy?
Yeah.
She got engaged to him?
Yeah.
Scruffy looking dude.
Yeah.
Lucky guy. It's a scruffy looking dude. I like him.
All right,
He's
Jerry,
scruffy
you've got Special Man for 100 or 300. You've got Fantastic Female for 100 or 200.
He's not a gambler.
Roll back.
I already did Dingbat for 100.
Who can I
He's
take
the
for
guy who
100?
cordons off like a little bit of money every time he goes into the casino, and it does not go beyond.
I'm like, I will only play 100 penny slots.
140 million viewers. I think you're
He
up.
tells
I think you can go up a little
Yeah.
bit there.
He tells everybody he's got a system, though. I got a system. Don't worry, I got a
Yeah,
system.
exactly. It's blackjack. Blackjack. Sorry. So what can I do for 100?
This is for 200. Oh, for
I wanna
100,
do
you
100.
can do Fantastic Female for
Okay,
100.
I'll do that.
All right, here we go. Fantastic for.
I
All right.
think you were gonna got
The
that one.
original TV Wonder Woman herself was offered a cameo in the 2017 film, but declined due to schedule conflicts.
Linda Carter.
There we go.
There you
See?
go.
Hey!
Thank you. See?
Nicely done.
Who wasn't actually the first Wonder Woman, but that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll do. It'll
Who
do.
was the first Wonder Woman?
I don't know.
Was there one before that?
There was a previous Wonder Woman?
Yes. And I know her name, but I can't think of it right now.
Uh-huh.
So I will let you know before we leave
All
tonight.
right.
He won't. All right, Jason.
I'll be
I
right.
am a
I'm
liar.
gonna
I
stick with
lied.
Dingbat. So let's just
Dingbat
go
for
Dingbat
200.
for 2.
Dingbat for 200. Okay, here we go. This is going to be excellent.
Build up expectations.
Yeah. This actress appeared in 2005's Batman Begins as Rachel Dawes, only to be replaced by Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Come on.
That's why it's not fair Hassan playing it.
He knows it.
I'm enjoying watching you struggle with one.
Let me
She's
think about it.
No.
She used to
no,
hang out
Don't help.
by
That's
a
not
creek
cool.
a lot.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's Katie Holmes.
There you go. All
I
right.
knew it was,
So-
I had the picture in my
Chris,
head.
can
There
you
we go.
play our like a snippet of our
You
theme
wouldn't
song every
help
time they
me
get
out
something
like
right?
that.
All right, every time. Yeah.
Chris
He
is
just
like,
he just
no.
said
Yeah, sure,
No.
guys.
he just said
you
"Bing
do you do your job and let me do my job. Okay.
We'll just hum it.
All right, I'm gonna give you Special Man for 300. What do you think?
Sure,
Hassan?
why not?
You know, if I knew liable
This one I'll miss
face
because we built it up. Watch.
roller.
Christopher Reeve.
That is correct.
Oh my god.
In Superman. Yeah. That's what I like.
That's a
That
decent
didn't-
piece of trivia.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was interesting. I don't know if that was a $300 question.
It's like $1,000 question.
In
Well, think about it.
in,
There's only
in the first Super.
Yeah,
And there weren't too many air traffic controllers in
Man of Steel.
yeah,
No.
Man of Steel
No.
and in the Superman Returns.
There was the scene where the airplane
Yes.
goes down. So that's why I thought it was a kind of cool.
I almost said Brandon.
You almost said
Routh,
Brandon
but
Routh.
but I
Yeah.
didn't,
Yeah.
but I
Yeah.
didn't.
Yeah. See, that was good. All right. Here we go. Jerry, you are up.
All right. What am I doing?
We've got Special Man for 200, Fantastic Female for 2 or 300, and Dingbat for 300. Oh no, wait, we got 3 left, so we did Fantastic Female for 200.
Get your own game right.
You want to do Special Man 200?
That sounds great.
Yeah.
Tell me what to pick.
You were gonna tell me what to say. We did that one already.
Uh-oh.
Ah,
Look at us go.
fix.
Did we do Special Man for 100? No, we didn't.
Oh,
Oh,
there you
okay.
go.
Here we go.
He
Special
almost
Man.
did. He almost did. And he switched
I
over
wanted
to
get-
Fantastic
that's
Female.
Right. All right.
All right.
This actor's mustache became an internet meme with the release of the Justice League movie in 2017.
Oh,
Oof.
that's easy.
So it's an actor who played
Actor with a mustache.
Superman.
Do you know this one?
No, an actor played Superman with a big mustache.
Yeah, I'm stumped.
That made it hard one.
I'm stealing.
God,
Sorry,
stealing.
who is it?
It's Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
Oh.
So-
okay.
Oh right.
I was
had
I
been
was
filming,
thinking him, but I don't
um,
remember him with a big mustache.
because it was digitally erased in the Justice League
Because he
movie.
was doing
Ah.
Mission
Because he was doing Mission
right?
Impossible
right, and he
6
had
and
it
he
in
had the
there.
gigantic mustache.
Oh my god.
And so they
That's
actually
so
brought him
funny.
back in to do the reshoots and then had to digitally erase his mustache because I think it was who's the production company for MI6? I think it's Paramount. They wouldn't let him shave his mustache.
Yeah, yeah.
They were like, no, you can't. You just got to
That's
deal with
crazy.
that.
Yeah.
We're not doing CGI. They're doing the CGI.
Yeah. I think that's exactly.
I wonder if it's harder to digitally erase a mustache or digitally add a mustache.
I think erase would be harder, don't you?
Such
I
a
feel like
great
erase
movie.
is harder.
Yeah.
'cause you got to get the
MI6 is such a great
skin
movie,
tone
by the way.
Yeah.
Yes, MI6
Such
was
a great movie.
fantastic. So
Justice League, no.
No.
But MI6 was
no,
a
the
great
the mustache was in the right movie. I think. I think.
Yes.
I think we're-
Yes. They made the right choice.
You made the
I
right
think,
choice.
I think they made the right choice at that point. All right, we've got two questions left, and I think
I got to finish off
Yeah.
Dingbat.
you're gonna finish that. All right, this is good.
Heck yeah.
I like his bold. This is good. All right, this method actor's active dislike of his uncomfortable Batman suit helped his performance as he was perpetually in a foul mood when wearing it.
So, I mean, my instinct is Keaton. He's the only method actor in there. I'm going to say Michael Keaton.
No.
Who?
Not Michael Keaton. Whoa.
Hassan, do you want to steal?
Hold on. Wait.
Oh, does Jerry wanna
steal
steal?
anything-
Oh,
Good.
wait.
Let
Could
Jerry
it be Christian Bale?
That's right.
He's not a method actor.
He's
not a
No,
method
apparently
actor.
he is. Apparently he's in character a lot all the time.
It's not the definition of a method actor.
No, I don't know. I got it from this trivia.
Oh, so
website.
you know, they're pushing back. They're pushing back.
Controversy.
Categories.
Yeah.
Where's my clip of music?
Your categories are a fix.
To be a method actor, you have to be of a certain age because you have to have actually studied
All
at
right.
the actor's studio.
This
And
is
you also
so
have
Christian
to-
Bale
like
literally
when,
cannot
You also
be a method
actually
actor.
have to have a method,
Yeah.
which Kristen Bale
This
did
is
not
this
have.
is
So
like
Michael
when
Keaton is not
Cliff
either. That's why I
Clavin
was
was on
confused.
Jeopardy and he disputed the final answer.
Which is a great
who
episode.
are three people that have never been in my kitchen?
That's actually true.
All right, last question, Hassan. I guess it's Fantastic Female for 300, correct?
Sure.
I guess this is. No,
I'll
we
miss
already
it.
did. We already did 300. What are we doing here?
Oh,
we done?
you're the game master, man.
I know. Well, I thought we only had 3. Here we go.
Somebody pull the fire plug.
There it is.
Maria Hill herself was in the running to star in the Joss Whedon-helmed Wonder Woman TV series. Oh, did we stump Hassan?
Oh,
The
Kobe,
actress-
Kobe Smulders. Like you didn't ask the question.
That
it
is.
Kobe Smulders?
That is, yes, it is.
Yeah, but you didn't. You just said Maria Hill herself was. You know, it was like it
she
wasn't in the form of a
plays
question.
Maria Hill.
Yeah, but you didn't say who is this actress. So I was like, what's
That was Celebrity Brainchild. Jeopardy. I hope everyone enjoyed it.
Good times.
When we come back, spinning the racks.
You're listening to the Talking Alternative Network.
The best designs for your life start at home. I'm David Thiergartner, interior designer and host of At Home. Listen live Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Time as we talk to the very best professionals about interior design and the design that's all around us, right here on talkradio.nyc.
Are you a conscious co-creator? Are you on a quest to rate on all these topics and more? Listen live at our new time on Thursdays at 12 noon Eastern Time. That's the Conscious Consultant Hour Awakening Humanity, Thursdays 12 noon on talkradio.nyc.
TalkingAlternative.com.
Do you know how long it's been since I've been wanting to just sacrifice, all your
myself?
beliefs just for the
to give up
show?
all my beliefs. Well, I actually don't really have any beliefs, which is why it's been so hard for you to find out what my beliefs are to get me to betray them. I'm kind of a nihilist. I don't really believe in anything except for sandwiches.
Secrets of the Sire.
Welcome back to Secrets of the Sire.
Secrets of Desire?
Yeah, that's how you do it.
Secrets. You're gonna use that as a drop.
That's your
it.
payback for Shards of the Past, right?
There was a Vader fan film called
Yeah.
Shards of the Past, and I just kept saying it was like Shards of the Past.
Like, stop.
And
stop doing it.
yeah, you can't Bing that either though, because it's not, it's not really a curse
still
word.
perfectly all right.
Yeah.
Did you ever see our? We made a documentary about Star Wars fans called Jedi Junkies.
No.
Yeah. It's
Is it
all
starring this guy?
I'm sure
No.
you were being nice, no
No,
matter
but-
how the documentary is skewed. You're probably being.
We were,
kind.
but I mean, everybody. It was like
F
it's
Brainchild.
anyone-
We should have you on for that. What are we doing here?
My buddy Mark Edlitz would be happy to come talk to you. He actually wrote a book about superheroes. So
Oh,
he's-
wow.
awesome.
he would be great for you.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a movie all about Star Wars fans and Star Wars fan films. So it was fun.
Oh man. Well, that's the newest one. What is it? Just got like rave reviews and 4 million YouTube hits, and now he's complaining that Disney's getting all the money.
Well, no, it's been amended.
Oh, it
But
has been amended.
Yeah, but
Well, he tried to
that's been on top
monetize
of
it.
that.
Like that was his
No,
problem.
he
tried
didn't. He didn't. Warner Brothers came in and they said, "Hey, we're gonna take all your proceeds from that because
Warner Brothers or Disney?
Warner. It's Warner something. It's the musical faction.
Oh.
And so Disney came in and said, "No, you're not. It's fine. We said it's free and
Interesting.
clear." So you're not doing that. So
at
actually, Disney came to the rescue.
Look at Disney stepping in there.
Yeah, and the internet does not know how to react to it because they are so dead set on hating Disney. They're all like, I guess they're still bad. We just haven't figured out how bad.
They get like a pass.
Yeah,
like a 1 day pass.
Yeah, it
like
was pretty awesome. That development was pretty awesome.
All right. We do this every week. We go spinning the racks, bringing you the most fantastical pop culture news.
Spin the rack, spin the rack.
And yes, that is Hassan.
No.
Yeah. And yes,
That's
that is
awesome.
him.
It's a moment of weakness, and I'll never get past it.
So we broke the story last week, even though it was on Entertainment Weekly, that there was a new Ghostbusters movie, and everyone was really, really excited about it, except Leslie Jones. Leslie Jones slams the new Ghostbusters movie. Earlier this month, fans of the original Ghostbusters were encouraged to learn Jason Reitman will write and direct a new film set in the continuity. However, there's at least one Ghostbuster actress who's less than pleased, and is Leslie Jones. She wrote on Twitter, so insulting, like, ding us. Oh, we didn't count. It's like something Trump would do. Trump voice, gonna redo Ghostbusters.
Good Lord.
Better with men, will be huge. Those women ain't Ghostbusters. Ugh, so annoying. Such a dick move. I don't give a bleep about anything I'm saying. I'm saying something.
Wow.
Wait, so Jason Reitman's going to do what?
Oh, man.
He's directing.
You guys literally just finished filming, didn't you?
Yeah,
you're like coming up from a cave here.
We were in a bunker this whole time.
We're not allowed to read the news. No, they're doing a new Ghostbusters
With dudes?
With dudes again.
With the with the
Well, okay,
asteroid.
wait, hang on. We don't actually know it's going to be with dudes. We just
Oh.
know it's going to be set in the continuity.
It's most likely going to be
The way they
Ghostbusters.
Bill
described
Murray,
it.
Dan Aykroyd, and Ernie
And
Hudson.
Ernie Hudson,
without Harold Ramis,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
you know,
When you
untitled.
say in the
Obviously,
continuity, I mean,
Well, yeah, it's going to be, yes. It's
they'll
gonna
be in it. They're endorsing it at least.
Yes.
So I don't know if they'll be the stars, but they'll be definitely.
Well, they
Well,
were
that's-
in the one with Melissa McCarthy too, as cameos. But
Right. But that now
seems-
doesn't, that now has been erased from continuity completely.
I think that's a bad move.
You know, I avoided the story all week.
Yeah.
Because I just didn't want to hear the internet rip into Leslie.
I like
or-
Leslie Jones.
I like her too, but her comment was ridiculous.
I agree
She's
with
got
you.
a right to be annoyed,
Yes.
but I don't know about why she had to bring the politics in it. She's totally got a right to comment on it and to like her product. There's nothing wrong with that, but I don't know why. She automatically went tribal on the.
I know.
On the whole thing.
I think though, like ultimately because half the people that hated the reboot of the Ghostbusters movie was just because it was all women, right? And then the other half hated it because it just wasn't a
funny.
good movie and it wasn't
Yeah.
funny. So or it didn't take advantage of the cast that it had. I think that was our big.
It didn't do
takeaway.
that. It didn't break any new ground. A
Yeah.
lot of the cameos were. I mean, if you're going to get those guys to be in the movie anyway, just make it all canon. They could
Yeah,
have
I know.
totally been the
I
next
know.
generation of Ghostbusters.
I know, and that
So-
would and that was our conclusion from our show. Was like that would have just easily saved.
that would have
the entire movie.
quieted a lot of people.
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot of criticism about it.
Because
but
I
they just
think
didn't.
that was the big criticism was that okay, the original two films don't exist anymore, even though you have a perfect setup 30 years later to have.
and you have the guys.
Yeah,
and you have them.
And they
Yeah.
were, and
Yeah.
Bill Murray. I mean, Bill Murray is notorious for not wanting to go
Yeah.
back to Ghostbusters for years, for 20 years. He did not want to do it.
Yeah.
And so you got him
Yeah.
in this movie.
I know.
And you completely misused him.
Yeah.
And his role was terrible.
Yeah.
Like who he was so it was a mishap. It really was. And
I mean, think about it too. I mean, you have Kristen Wiig, you have Melissa McCarthy, you have Leslie Jones,
Yeah,
you have
and-
Kate McKinnon, who is I saved her for last because I think she's so dynamic.
Yeah, they were all wonderful.
4 of them are great.
So amazing, and
it's like the best comedians.
Yeah, and it just couldn't. It couldn't.
Well, here's what I'll say. I'll be the unpopular one. I
That's
don't think
okay.
the movie was aimed at anyone in this room. I
Mm.
think the movie was aimed at my daughter, who loves it. So
Okay, all right.
I think the movie made money, didn't it?
No.
Well,
it didn't make enough for them to make any more of them.
I know that movie was wildly popular with my daughter and her friends.
Interesting.
It's hard because of the dynamic of the criticism. It's hard to say I did not like this movie. It has nothing to do with with the actors. I just wish it was funny. That's
Yeah.
all I wanted it to be. I wish two things. I wish it was funny personally, and I wish that they had kept the continuity of the originals, which wouldn't have cost them anything.
Right.
Because they could have told the exact same story the exact same way they told it. Just do not erase the other two movies. So, but I mean, because of the vitriol that the movie got for all the wrong reasons,
I know.
It's
I
hard
know.
to criticize that movie and be on
know.
the up and up.
The criticism that movie got was so harsh.
It's
it was
ridiculous,
It was not a bad movie.
No.
Listen, the movie was for a new generation of people, so I
Right.
think that's why they intentionally disregarded the other two movies. It had to stand on its own. It's literally for girls because we had our movie when we were growing up.
Sure.
So I just
We did a segment though.
Yeah.
Ghostbusters is
2
actually
sucks.
one of the most
Ghostbusters 2. Nobody
political
said Ghostbusters
No, not yet.
2.
No, Ghostbusters
What are
2.
you doing? Nobody even mentioned that movie.
Ghostbusters and Back to the Future are two of the most not politically driven, because it's not politically driven, but politically reflective movies. Because if you think about it, who's the villain?
Very 80s.
Who's the villain in Ghostbusters?
Right.
The EPA.
Right.
The government coming in and stopping free entrepreneurs, free enterprise entrepreneurs from saving us all, and ultimately they give the big finger to the EPA and they save us anyway.
And they drop a gallon of marshmallow on him.
So it's the original.
You know,
startup
movie,
basically.
I went to during the anniversary a couple of years ago. I went to
Mhm.
the theater to see it again. I've told the story, and I wasn't interested because I was like, I've seen it. I have the movie at home. I've seen it 100 times. And I went to the movies. My friends dragged me, and it was fantastic. It was still a great experience. So it still holds up. I'm sure for me, what holds up is the nostalgia. Now it's not. It might not be the movie. I can't see it for the first time again. There's no way.
That's the hardest part about any of these movies that get rebooted or even just a sequel announced. What was recently announced? I can't think off the top of my head. Something where it's like, well, we're finally going to do this. This sequel, I forget which one it is, but again, I'm sitting there going, well, it's a bad idea because you're never going to recapture, it doesn't matter. It could be, movie X, doesn't matter what it is. I mean, how do you recapture 30 years ago or 20 years ago or even,
But I mean, there's good ways to do it. There's like Westworld. There are better ways.
But
of
Westworld
doing it.
isn't like a beloved. In the 70s, it wasn't like a beloved TV show. People liked it, but I mean, at the same time, it was
groundbreaking. It was everybody knew what it was. What Westworld was. Everybody knew it was a reboot.
At that point, though, I think once you cross the 50-year mark, I think you're like, because I never watched Westworld. I mean, we're not too terribly old, but at the same time, it wasn't like something that we grew up watching.
I'm saying.
Our generation is the only generation that matters.
Yes, absolutely. I'm saying in the context of reboots, though.
Yeah.
There are good ways of doing reboots.
There are definitely ways.
I don't know. I thought the Ghostbusters reboot was a cool idea and had great
a
talent,
lot of potential.
great talent in it.
A lot of potential.
And to Jason's point, maybe we're just not the audience.
Yeah,
that's perfectly acceptable.
It's valid.
Yeah.
Well, the
Like,
first
but I
one
didn't
does.
hate it.
The
I
first
didn't
one
hate
does
it.
still hold up though, because
Yeah.
I made her also watch that one.
It's just she liked it.
And she laughed.
It's a solid movie.
Yeah,
it's a great movie.
That first one is near a perfect movie
Yeah.
for what it was.
Actually really, really is.
Because
It's a genius script.
It's a scary comedy, and
Yeah.
they've tried to duplicate it 100 times, including the same people who made the first one.
Yeah.
In trying to do the second one, and it was very difficult to.
It's not
duplicate.
easy. It's not easy. All right. Well, we've had a terrific show. I want to thank you guys, Jerry, and not Adam Davis, Mr. Jason Williams. Give our audience, obviously they can find you on Netflix, but give our audience like just a real quick Brainchild elevator pitch to go out and have their children.
Of the show?
Yeah.
If you have kids or are a kid or like kids or have ever been a kid, you should watch Brainchild because it's very funny and smart, and it will teach you something you didn't know in 22 minutes.
I learned about the ice trick. That's the one I like the most.
Oh, yeah,
You can
that
put
was
your hand
good.
in ice, and if you smile, you can actually hold your hand in there
Smiling,
longer.
any pain. You can smile through any pain.
If what I just said makes zero sense to the audience, go watch Brainchild. It's on Netflix. Where can they find the show on social media so they can interact as well too?
It's on Facebook. There's a Brainchild page. I think it's Brainchild Show, or I don't know.
There's also
somewhere
on
Facebook.
Twitter. It's at Brainchild Show.
I'm terrible about
all
social
one word.
media.
Brainchild Show.
Netflix doesn't really
yeah.
do a lot of social media around the shows, so but it's there.
And then if you just go to Netflix and just search for Brainchild, it'll be there.
We do have a site called Brainchild Show. .com? Yeah, brainchildshow.com, where there's actually curriculum for teachers for classes that can be used. It's free to download at brainchildshow.com.
Very, very cool. All right, this has been Secrets of the Sire. Join us next week for our comprehensive review of Punisher Season 2 with Marvel's Darren Sanchez in studio with us. Take care, folks.